This is Elvis Presley's private jet that I bought from Mecum Auctions for a mere $234,000. One of my more prudent financial choices. We're trying to make this into an RV so it can tour the country, and we need a donor RV to do that. We just need the chassis on that right there. Maybe. We're going to find out today if this is going to be our donor RV to start the conversion process for the Elvis Presley private jet. Here we go. So excited, they're finally done. Look at all these beautiful Elvis tags made out of the actual Elvis jet. Every single one of them is different. Check this out. We have, I found the 310 right here. Go to savethe310.com. This is where they're gonna be for sale, so go there. That one's pretty cool. Yeah, we ran into some issues. Some of them were catching fire, as you see here. That's the result of that laser and whatever this is made out of. That's serial number 39, by the way, in case you were wondering. Then we have some very, very special ones. We're gonna have 4 price groups. You can see that when you go to the website, savethe310.com. We are donating the first 100 tags to charity. It's gonna go through Wings of Compassion with all of our partners to help serve veterans and other communities that we all care about. 100% tax deductible, 501c3, the whole bit. For the first 9 of these, we're gonna have a huge party. It's gonna be a once-in-a-lifetime experience in this hangar with the Elvis jet, with a huge special dinner and a show with an entertainer. Whenever we do the grand unveiling, you're gonna get exclusive all-access VIP treatment. That's gonna be for the top levels. And let's check out the very special things, because there's a lot more that you're gonna get for that donation. As we come inside, the top 9, that's serial numbers 2 through 9, your name is gonna go right here on this wall, so that the hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people that visit this airplane are gonna see your name first. And then the others from 10 to 99, we're gonna put your name right here on a permanent plaque, so it will always be here. But wait, there's more for the very top tier people. Come on in. For those very lucky 9 people, your names are gonna go on one of the 9 seats that are in the Elvis jet. We're gonna put a plaque right there that will be there forever, so that every single person that sits in one of these seats is gonna know that you sponsored this crazy awesome Elvis jet. Every single tag, no matter the price point, is gonna come with 4 things. The tag itself, a copy of the FAA bill of sale showing that Elvis Presley owned this jet, a certificate of authenticity by yours truly, and a picture of the Elvis jet before we turned it into this RV, so you can try to figure out where your tag came from. There are only 2,167 of these tags that we made. We're trying to find a few more to get to 3,000, but we can't guarantee it. I don't know how long these are gonna last. There are over 6,500 people on the email list already. Yeah, you're gonna be asking, all right, Jimmy, so where is all this money going? Why should I do it? I'll tell you what, as I told you, the first 100 are all 100% donated to charity. I'm not gonna see a penny of that. We're gonna give it away to our veterans through Wings of Compassion, through our partner programs like Veteran Aviator, great organization, like the Round Canopy Parachuting Team, another great organization, the Navy SEAL Foundation, this was my first charity that I started supporting, as well as St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which we've already done some work with, the USS Arizona in Hawaii, that was one of Elvis's favorite charities, and Swan Aviation Ministries, who I got the Blue Tarp Special from. We're gonna do lots of good with all of those funds, 100% goes to them. The rest of the money is going to go into funding this build so that we can make it an awesome once-in-a-lifetime Elvis experience for all of you. And we're going to be taking it on tour around the whole country. We're looking at Elvis's 68 comeback tour route, and we're definitely going to be going to Vegas. You're not going to want to miss that. These are going to be the 9 seats in the airplane, the 9 names up there. An epic once-in-a-lifetime party here at the Elvis jet with dinner and entertainment, the whole bit. I forgot about the giveaways. Some random, very, very lucky person is gonna get 1935, the year that Elvis was born. So go on there, I don't know who it's gonna be yet, but buy your tag, and I'm gonna pick somebody, and you're gonna get this tag as well, and get upgraded to all of the super cool stuff. 1935, but wait, there's more. This is the rotating beacon that came off of that airplane, and yes, it still works. So it went right there. And I'm gonna have this connected to a power supply, so all you'll have to do is plug it in and it will turn on. It rotates and goes around. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit for you. The ultimate Elvis memorabilia, awesome, like talking piece. You're gonna have this thing going, people are like, what is that? You'll be like, dude, that's the rotating beacon from Elvis Presley's private jet. When you go to order these, we cannot guarantee which serial number you're gonna get, except in those ranges of numbers that you're gonna buy. Please tag us on our Instagram, our YouTube, Facebook, all those places with hashtag ElvisJet and hashtag Jimmy's World. Take a picture of it, show us what you're gonna do with it, where you're gonna display it. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I would love to know. Woo! 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 SaveThe310.com, baby. This RV was donated to Wings of Compassion, my nonprofit where we help veterans through aviation. Just before Hurricane Ian hit Florida, we thought we would be able to get it running in time to be able to help some of those victims of the hurricane, but turns out this one was a lot more difficult to get going. And then when we finally got it going, thank you to Bruce and Steve, it's got a huge amount of issues to it, but it does run and drive pretty good, honestly. It made it all the way to Bessemer, Alabama, just outside Montgomery, and back, which is 1,500-mile road trip with no issues whatsoever. And today, we're gonna find out if this RV is either going to stay an RV like it is, and we're either gonna fix it up if it's worth fixing up, or if we're gonna somehow unalive it, or if it's gonna live on with the Elvis Presley private jet. Let's grab our tape measure and go to work. First thing we need to do, measure how long the wheelbase is to see where the front tire is gonna go, where the back tire is gonna go, and if they're even remotely close to where we need them. All right, yeah, the center of the wheel there to the center, that's about 19 feet and a half. So we're just gonna call it 19 feet. Okay, now let's take it to the Elvis jet and see where 19 feet gets us. Let's start at the front landing gear. 19 feet would get us to right here. If we come up, whoop, boom, holy crap. The main landing gear goes right there. These are the spars, the main spars that go around it. So 19 feet comes to right here. So now, that's assuming that the front wheels are there. But what we need to figure out is where the front steering wheel. So now that we have a base, it's going to be really close. We have to figure out the steering. I don't have a clue how this steering is connected. So we got to make sure that the steering is going to be able to go in the cockpit. All right, grab the tape measure. Let's open this thing up and take a look at what we're dealing with. We found this. That is the steering box. It's got power steering. That's the lines coming into it. That thing up there is the yoke that when you turn the steering wheel, that thing turns. And down there, there's a huge arm, and it connects to that rod that goes back to this other great big arm that then turns the wheels back there. We need to do is, this is connected to the frame, so this is all gonna stay just exactly like it is. The only thing that will move could be the rod there. It might have to go up, or it might have to go bend, or whatever, and it's got U-joints and drive shaft type stuff on it. What we need to do then is measure from the front wheel to where that steering box is. And we got steering box comes down to right at 5 feet is at the front of that steering box right there. I know I'm a little bit nervous, if I'm honest with you, of how promising this is looking.
It's very scary.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, the guy who donated it is a huge Elvis fan, and he's like, yeah, heck yeah, use it for a donation. Right there's 5 feet. 5 feet, the steering box would come to right here, which is at the edge of the battery tray right there. And the front of the gear doors Really, there's not any major supports through this whole section of the nose up here. So the steering box is going to be here, and then it's actually going to go up like this to the steering wheel and the column. So it's going to end up going in front of it like that. Now we need to look at how wide it is to see what that's going to do.
The next step actually I think needs to be back tire to the back of the engine compartment, see where it clears in the back.
Yes, good idea. Okay. I don't actually know where the front of the engine starts. That's going to be the deal, because the floor of this airplane goes almost all the way to the bottom where you walk. So we need to figure out where the engine is on the RV, because that sits up higher than the frame. So really it's not about the wheels, it's about the engine stuff. So there's the tires back there. This is the transmission here, and then the engine is back there. This is the frame here, and there's another channel just like it on top of this. And what we need to make sure is where our flat part becomes the engine, because that actually sticks up higher than the rest of the frame. Okay, so there's the bed right there. So it's flat from there all the way back to there. So there's nothing that's going to go up into above the frame from that point forward. What we're concerned with is from here back. We don't know where that measurement is. So tire to here, and then we need to know from here to the rest of it. Let's just keep it at 5 feet to keep math easy. Don't scratch it. And we actually have quite a bit of room underneath, because there's tow bar and all that other stuff. So the engine and radiator stuff stop at 4 feet. Well, 4 feet 4 we'll call it. And then we've got another, we'll call it 2 feet after that of just bumper and random stuff. So we go from there, 5 feet back is where the engine starts. Yep. It's going to be really close if this is going to be too long or not. Okay. 3, 4, 5. That's where the engine starts, which frankly is a really good thing, because the bathroom is right here. Actually, I think that's the coffee area kind of right there, and then the bathroom is right here, and the bathroom floor goes lower than the rest of it. As you can see in the airplane, it kind of slopes down, and then there's the sink and everything kind of back here, which we can then go into. So that's a really good sign. All right, so we're going to call the end of the wing right here. That was our 5 foot mark.
Okay.
And then what do we have to do?
4'4".
4.0. That's where the radiator comes on the engine. We've got that cone back there.
Yeah.
We can chop a slice of that thing off or figure out how to use it. Actually, I think this is going to work. Let's do a quick measurement of how wide it is. Yeah, it'd be close enough. Look at that, dude. It's not even 7 feet wide. Okay, so now frame time, right?
Yep.
I hope not. 34 outside to outside. All right, 34 inches on center. Here's our center line. So what's that going to be? For 17?
Down.
So the frame will sit right on the outside of this, and that's all corroded and rotted away from bird pee and poop, and on that one.
But yeah.
Dude, this is scary. I'm going to be honest with you. I am a little nervous.
I want to be a little cautious. Let's check the frame in the back to make sure it doesn't pinch somewhere.
Let's be cautiously optimistic. All right, what we got?
It's 34 inches.
Oh, man. Dude, this is nuts. I'm not sure what to do with myself at this moment, because I was not expecting this. This is like miracle level stuff.
I hate to say it, Jimmy, but I think it's going to work.
Okay, one more thing that we got to figure out is this generator. Do we keep the generator here and use it to power that? Because that's going to need air conditioners, because this gets really toasty hot in there. And we're going to be driving it all over the country, especially like through, maybe Las Vegas and down in the hot part of the country, Florida. So it's going to need to power a couple of ACs, and this is the perfect size generator. All right, let's measure. We'll call it, what, 18 inches?
18 looks good.
All right, what about the height right here? Okay, so 18, and we'll just 9, round it up. Check this out. The generator will fit in the battery box. Come on. Come on. What? So here's the next thing we got to figure out is how high that frame is, so we know how high it's going to sit, and then how much of it's going to be showing underneath of the airplane. All right, where you got? Yeah, we'll call it 36 to the lowest part. Okay, now let's see on the RV where 36 inches goes. So 36 inches would come up, so that would sit down lower than what it is right now.
Yes.
By 6 inches roughly. I mean, I think that's acceptable. Well, I think we might have found our donor.
I think you're right. We still got to break it though.
Yes! I am curious about one thing.
Okay.
How far is that nose gonna stick out in front? It's a long ways.
Like 14 feet.
Oh my gosh. Is there some sort of highway code for how far nose you're allowed to go before the front axle? I don't think so. I think it's just width, height, and total length.
I think you need to have some kind of...
We could just leave the one that's on the RV and it'll be way the crap. It'll be like right here. We need to check how wide our wheels are gonna be versus that. The back is gonna be fine. I've got no concern there. It's plenty wide on the back, but the front, like, what's that gonna look like on the front? Are we gonna have to be, go total prowler mode on this thing or what? Have the little like fender flare things over the tires or hot rod? Outside of the tire, yep. All right, and I am at, we'll call it 89 inches. All right, let's see where 44 inches. So right here is our width. That's the tires are going, they are totally going to stick out of the side of this.
We might have to do some cool
fender flareage. Hey, we've got them right here. Heck freaking yes.
Okay.
And we've got this too.
Yeah, because we're not going to need all that for the back ones.
Nope. I think we can just whoop right down the middle, one on one side, one on the other side, and then that'll cover up all the frame and all the other stuff underneath. We said the engine area started like right here, right?
Correct.
So I need a measurement from that window to wherever it is so we can go on the inside and find out where that is going to end up.
Get a good accurate.
So it's going to be right here. We're talking, we'll call it 90 inches. Okay, let's go on the inside and see where 90 inches goes. There we go.
That one.
Dude, that might work. Because that's where the engine stuff starts, right?
Yeah, and the
Oh my gosh. So that means it's under the sink. So we don't have to worry about a floor where the engine comes.
And we also consider that the engine's only going to come up to about here.
Oh my gosh. Grizzly, we got us a donor RV.
We're going to build us an Elvis Jet RV.
Woo! Elvis is back. We're going to go on tour with this bad boy. Can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. You have presents for me?
I have presents for you, sir. The gentleman I met in Alabama, he organizes a thing called Run for the Wall. What they do is they get a bunch of veterans on motorcycles. They meet up in California, ride across the country to Washington, D.C. to the Vietnam War Memorial. This is the pin from this year's ride.
Very cool.
There's one for you, and there's one for Silas.
Oh, that's awesome. What's his name, or who was it that you met? Do you remember?
Jerry.
Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. That's fantastic.
Yep.